I think without doubt every single technology that mankind has invented right since the stone hand axe is dangerous, no question. As soon as we moved into cities, the death rate rose. As soon as we started farming, we lost diversity. We became more susceptible to climate change 10,000 years ago. And in fact, we know that certain civilizations were wiped out by climate change, even then. Every piece of technology, transport, energy, engineering of all sorts, will have a downside. But of course, there's always a positive side as well. So there's this balance. So to ask me what is coming up on the horizon, I would say any piece of technology should be looked at with the notion to see whether or not a dialogue process might be appropriate for that piece of technology. Now, it won't always be, because some of the technologies we have to use in our society are, I think, sadly, the possession of a few. But most technologies, I think, should have a greater input from the public. That doesn't mean to say that they should be controlling the research that's done, but they should be at least having an input into some extent how the technologies may be used, and also perhaps how you might prioritize some of the things in a society if the taxpayer is paying for a large part of it. And I think that may happen in a whole range of issues. For example, in the health service, how do we prioritize doing osteoarthritic hips on the one hand, and then supplying enough money for cancer drugs? I mean, these are very, very difficult issues. And I think there is no doubt that there has to be a recognition that public dialogue is important there. The biggest single issue which will eventually have an impact on the sort of work that people like me are doing is whether or not it might in the future be prudent or imprudent to consider any kind of genetic modification of the human species. Now, at the moment, of course, that's not an issue, but it may become one. And it's one that we've not in any way attempted to have a dialogue about yet, I think, nor should we. I think allied to that is the issue of synthetic biology, the fact that we can now make, using sometimes reproductive processes, artificial organisms which are essentially alive. And so I think that is one of the issues which dialogue is going to be needed. The problem, of course, is that we have a very unclear idea of where synthetic biology might lead us.